Let's start with that. You've played that course before. How does it fit your game?
I'd say it's a nicer golf course than we've played at State in the past couple years. It can play pretty challenging, but from what I've heard from Coach, it's going to be shorter than I've played it before. So it's a nice golf course, and it's short. It should fit my game pretty well.
How?
You can go at some of the par fives on the golf course with it shortened up like that. The greens, last time I was down there, rolled really well. It's just pristine. So if I can get the putter going and keep it in play, I think I'll have a good chance.
The experience that you've had, how will that help you this year?
The experience I've had is a little bit different at the State tournament because I was playing with a team. Now I'm playing for myself, and I can play as conservative or as aggressive as I want to play. It's just all up to me. But I just have to go out there and play my game and try to hang with everybody I'm playing with.
From that vein, you told me that the last time we talked about districts, that it was a difference between playing as a team and playing as an individual. So when you went to sectionals, that was the first time you had to do that way, play as an individual. What did you learn from playing that way?
I learned that
maybe what did you learn from playing that way there that maybe you can use at State?
I learned that I can hit a lot more drivers. Last year when we had a team playing, I maybe wasn't as aggressive off the tee. I'd, maybe hit 3-wood or an iron, and playing by myself, I just go ahead and hit driver. Maybe I'm hitting it a little better this year, but still I think I played a lot more aggressive.
This will be the biggest tournament of your year. On a scale of 1 to 10, where is your game right now? And how do you think it is?
I'd say my game's at a 7 or 8, but that's just because my confidence is still a little bit low after sectionals, but I think I'm building it back up.
It's a new game every time you tee it up. It's a new game. You got to just sort of forget about what happened. You know that as well as I do. Every hole, It's a new hole. It's a new adventure. So as far as confidence goes, you should still be sky high from what you did all year, shouldn't you?
Yeah, I've played pretty well this year, and my ball striking's been very good. So if I can go out there and hit greens at Silo, I know I can play a pretty good round. This year it's all been a matter of how many greens I can hit in a round. If I can hit a green, I can at least 2-putt it and get out with par. So if I can do that, I think I can shoot a couple rounds in the 70s.
How do you like playing with real good players? During the year, sometimes you play with, there are other number ones, but now you're playing with everybody's an A player, and you're playing with that. How do you like that, and how does that does it help your game?
I'd much prefer to play with great players as I would playing with guys that I can beat by a lot of shots. You can kind of feed off each other and, how the other player's doing. If you're behind a couple shots, you got to make them up, or, you got to hold somebody off. You got them by 2 or 3 shots, and you got to keep playing your game and beating them. So.
Okay, look right at me. We're ready to go. Okay, you're freshman. Pretty heady stuff for a freshman getting to go to State. Just your thoughts about going as a freshman?
I'm kind of nervous. I mean, all the other boys, Gregory, he's went as a freshman. I just want to live up to what they had. I want to be as good as them.
You play in a lot of tournaments during the summer, a lot of big tournaments against a lot of good players. How will this be any different than that?
The kids I played with were a lot younger, like 14, 15. Now these are high schoolers. It's going to be a lot harder. They've had more experience than me, even though I'm a freshman and they're all seniors.
Could it be an advantage because you're a freshman, some of these people are seniors and juniors, and they may be pressing, you can just go out there and play golf?
I got 3 more years after this to go down there and do this. I just want to go down there and have fun. It's going to be a fun time with Coach.
You can't win it on the first. I was going to ask you that, but that's all right. You can't win it on the first day. You can't lose it on the first day. You just have to go. You can't lose it on the first, but the first day is important, but you have to almost take that hole by hole and slow. Is it important just to make, will your game plan be, let's change that. Will your game plan maybe be a little more conservative early to get you going, or will you be more aggressive?
I'll probably be more aggressive. I mean, I just like to go down there and grip it and rip the ball. I like to take my time, a few shots, but I just like to grip it and rip it.
Okay, I know you haven't played the course yet. You probably looked at it online?
Nope.
Why wouldn't you do that? Do you want to just go see? Why wouldn't you want to check it out before you go down there?
We plan on going down there and playing a practice round. I'd like to play the course before. I'd rather play it than look at it. If you look at it, I don't really know what shots to hit, what trees are on the course, or what to play.
Okay, you're going to play the course on Saturday, so you still have another day before before Monday comes around. Will you play that course mentally a little bit, maybe between then and Monday a little bit? And if so, how do you work that?
I hit a lot of balls from different areas of the course, different putts on the green, just so I'm ready for wherever I have to play the ball during state.
And that's important. You have to put the ball in the right, quadrant. You divide it in fours. You got to put it in the right space. And how important is that?
It's very important. I mean, if you don't hit the right spot, I mean, usually at a hard course like we're playing, I mean, there's out of bounds, trees. I mean, you have to keep it in play.
And these greens will be fast. So you're going to have to. Do you like fast greens, and if so, why?
I'm used to the Plata's greens. They're not as fast as Bolivar's. I mean, I played at sectionals. I missed 9 par putts. I mean, I have to work on my putting a lot. I'm not used to all the fast greens.
What's your goal going down there?
My goal is low 80s, high 70s.
Okay. First tee, Monday morning. They announce your name. Get all these people around. What are you going to be thinking when you put that peg in the ball on the ground?
I'm going to think, I hope I don't top it. That's all I'm going to be thinking. Just hit a good shot and go on.
Grant and Ben have played consistent golf since I've known them. I mean, since they were young. And I'm not worried about that. They're going to both hit the ball as good or better than most of the players in the field. Like Grant alluded to, the key is going to be to hit the greens in regulation. And when you're playing the ball down, that means that you still have to be aggressive, especially off the tee at silo, because if you're aggressive, it can reward you. But as long as you can put yourself in a position to hit the green, Grant and Ben both haven't made a lot of putts this year. They haven't putted poorly, but when you don't hit the green and you don't make your putt, then you can't make par. So we're going to focus on being aggressive, trying to get on the greens in regulation, and trying to make par. Par's a good score on almost every hole in that course.
Start with Ben. He's had experience down there. He's ready to go. And I would think with the people that are down there, you would pretty much honestly say he could be a contender for the championship.
You're referring to Grant?
Yeah, Grant.
Grant. I think you said Ben.
Well, maybe Ben too, but Grant, he could be a contender for the championship.
I know Grant can be a contender for the championship. I expect him to be a contender for the championship, but I also expect that out of Ben because I know the capabilities that they have. I am very familiar with that course. I worked at that course before I started teaching and coaching. That's going to be a huge advantage for us because I know the intricacies of the course. I know the greens really well. But I think Grant's experience of being playing golf with a lot of spectators and some cameras rolling, and in that environment, I think the experience he's had over the last couple of years will definitely benefit him.
People say, oh, what does a golf coach do and whatever, but here's a case where the golf coach can really help out because he knows the course and knows what's going on.
I honestly don't do anything. I try to give them confidence in themselves. I try to give them advice if they ask me for it. I probably give them more advice than they want just because I want them to do so well. And I hope something maybe sinks in. My help to them is more mentally.
But will it be to get them ready for this course since you know so much about it this time? I mean, saying, what do you know? But this time you really can maybe give them an edge.
Absolutely. I've put together a sheet of notes, not only for them but for all the players in our district and section. I made it available to all of us. I want our part of the state to be represented well. I know there's a lot of no-mo areas on the course that can sneak up on you, and when the course plays long, you can get yourself in trouble by getting to that no-mo. And then there's tiers on the greens, and the greens are super fast, but they roll really, really good. It's the nicest greens that these kids will play all year, or maybe ever. And I can give them some knowledge on where to position themselves around the course that can set them up to make some birdies out there, I think.
Will the key maybe to both of their rounds be the early part, maybe of the first day, just to be, everybody's going to be nerves, everybody's going to be whatever, but just to start off on a good point, a good start, and not get behind?
I think, in my personal experience, whether I'm on an actual golf course or whether I'm playing Tiger Woods golf on the Xbox, the start to a golf round is everything. And if you can put the tee in the ground on the first hole and put the ball in there without shaking it off the tee, and then you can get up there. The first hole at a state championship, you cannot feel the club in your hands. It doesn't matter how much you've practiced. It doesn't matter how much experience you have. These guys want to win, and they're competitive, and it's going to be tough to make a good swing on that first hole. But when they do, and they make a par on it, I think that they can move forward, and I think the beginning of the round is absolutely crucial both days.
I want you to be totally honest with me on this, 100% honest. What's your best score in Tiger Woods golf?
My best score on Tiger Woods golf is a 41 on Tiger Woods 2005. I haven't gotten that low on any of the other games. Bring it, 2005. I got you.